This is Twit.
Our show today brought to you by the Thinkst Canary. Let's talk about how you defend yourself against scattered spider, lapsus, and all the other little critters floating around the internet. And the real issue, of course, is how do you know if they've penetrated your defenses? You're going to have the best defenses money can buy. But what if they get in? The problem is most companies don't know for 91 days on average that they've been breached. That's 3 months that the bad guys can do what they did to Salesforce, which is wander around inside, exfiltrate everything what was it, terabytes? How many terabytes of data they
1.6.
exfiltrated? Nobody was like, they didn't know. They weren't paying attention. Wouldn't it be nice if you knew? That's why you need our sponsor and their wonderful Thinkst Canary. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a honeypot. It's a honeypot that is secure, is super easy to use. You can deploy it in minutes, and it tells you if somebody's entered your network. Here's my Thinkst Canary interface here. You see, I have one Thinkst Canary, the one in the attic. Oh, wait a minute, I have an alert. Let's see what it is. It says, oh, the device was reconnected. Yes, I moved it over to my desk, so I disconnected it. That's how I know it's still alive, because I get that little notification. You can even, if you want, you can look at all of the, you can get the audit trail and see all of the notifications you've received, whether there were incidents, when they were notified. So I don't know what seasonal effects are, but I've enabled them, disabled them, and re-enabled them. I can't remember what I did, but that's the point. You've got an audit trail. You've got a device that can be anything. As I said, it is a honeypot, which means it's posing. It's not really, in my case, a 2019 Windows Server Office file share. It's just posing as that. But when I say pose, I mean it's really posing. It's got a Microsoft MAC address. It, in every respect, looks exactly like what it's pretending to be. But it's not limited to Windows servers. It can be almost anything. An Active Directory domain controller, SharePoint. It can be a Linux box. It could be an Oracle Enterprise server. It could be Mac OS X file share, a Cisco router, a Dell switch, a FortiGate, a Palo Alto firewall. I can go on and on and on. It can even be a SCADA device. It could be a Synology. So the point is, make it something you think a bad guy will find valuable. Or maybe vulnerable. Like, what if I decided to make it a Windows XP desktop? File share. Yeah, baby. That sounds good, doesn't it? You can make it a Christmas tree, turn on all the services or just a few selected ones. Let's turn on an SSH server. Yeah, that's good. And I want to leave it on port 22. No, wait a minute. I'm not, because I'm going to be clever, and the bad guy's going to look at me and say, oh, he's trying to hide it on port 22346. Ha! Not going to fool me, says the bad guy. I'll discard the changes for now, just so I can show you some other features. These are the Canary tokens. These are files that, when accessed, will let you know. And you can put these anywhere. I've got them scattered all around. They can be everything. An AWS API key, a Microsoft Word or Excel document, a WireGuard VPN client config. Oh, that'd probably have the private address, wouldn't it? That sounds like a good thing to stick around. Put it on your Google Drive or your OneDrive. Put it on your hard drives. Put them everywhere. When these Canary tokens are hit, or somebody brute forces that fake internal SSH server I just set out, your Thinkst Canary will immediately tell you, hey, you've got a problem. No false alerts, just the alerts that matter. And in any way you want. SMS, email, it supports syslog, it supports webhooks. There's even an API if you want to write your own interface. So it's very simple. You just choose a profile for your Thinkst Canary device. You register it with a hosted console for monitoring and notifications. And then you sit back and wait. Attackers who have breached your network, malicious insiders, and other adversaries, they can't help it. They see that Windows XP file share sitting there, and they say, I gotta go after that. They make themselves known just by accessing your Thinkst Canary. It's the best honeypot ever. And it's absolutely secure. The folks at Thinkst have many years teaching enterprise and governments how to break into systems. So they know all the ways of the wily hacker. They've been them themselves. And so they've made sure that this is a bulletproof solution, absolutely secure solution that does one thing, lets you know when a bad guy has entered your network and is attacking your Thinkst Canary. Visit canary.tools/twit. If you're a big bank, you might have hundreds of them. Every segment should have at least one, right? A little business like ours might just have a handful. Let's say you need 5. $7,500 a year. You get 5 Thinkst Canaries. You get your own hosted console. You get upgrades. You get support. You get maintenance. By the way, if you use the code TWIT in the How Did You Hear About Us box, you're going to get 10% off that price for life. And the other thing good to know, you can always return your Thinkst Canaries with their 2-month money-back guarantee for a full refund. However, during all the years we have partnered with Thinkst Canary, their refund guarantee has never been claimed. Visit canary.tools/twit. Visit canary.tools/twit. Enter the code TWIT in the How Did You Hear About Us box. You're going to get that 10% off, not just for the first year, but for as long as you have your Thinkst Canaries. Canary.tools/twit and the offer code TWIT. Yeah, that's a good one. Flow Connect says, I'm going to be a solid state drive that says adult videos on it. That'll get them. You get to do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's actually fun to play with a configurator. Canary.tools/twit. Use the offer code TWIT. These are honeypots that are easy to set up, easy to maintain, and they do the job. And that's the most important.